May I call on Sisters JCI member Joy Natividad for the JCI Vision Mission.
Let us all recite the GCI values, prayer, mission, and vision in unison and with conviction. We believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free men through free enterprise, that the government should be of laws rather than of men, that its great treasure lies in human personality, and that service to humanity is the best work of life. GCI prayer. We reaffirm our conviction that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life. May the Lord guide us in all our undertakings. GCI mission. To provide leadership development opportunities that empower young people to create positive change. GCI vision. To be the foremost global network of young leaders.
Thank you. You may have your seats, everyone. Good evening, ladies and some of our gentlemen here. I would like to acknowledge the presence of our past President Glenn Saw, our past President JC Lim. Okay, and I will introduce our special guest speakers for tonight later. But before that, let me call on President Kate Reyes Romero for opening remarks.
Welcome to the episode 3 of Culiat Talks. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for coming tonight. To each and everyone who's here, thank you for taking the time out and attending and supporting this initiative. To our past presidents who are here, PPK, PP Neki, PP Pao, and to our past presidents online, si PP Joyce from Illinois, and si PP Avs na nasa Manila. Despite your very busy schedules, thank you for attending and supporting this initiative. We are celebrating this month the Women's Month, and it is very timely na si Sister Chloe, who I thought after the induction is done for the year, but no, after 2 weeks lang yata from induction, she floated this idea already na she would want to have this activity to empower women. Being an empowered woman herself, she planned, she created this event. So, Sister, advance congratulations. Thank you for doing this for the chapter. Culiat is very blessed to have you. Very, very active. And yeah, it is an honor to have you na doing this to empower the women that we have in Culiat. Alam niyo naman that we are focusing this year on creating projects for our members. So alam ko na sa mga Culiat members na nandito na nagbabasa ng GC natin, I know that you feel na flooded yung GC natin. It is because we are mindfully and intentionally doing projects that is really focused sa members natin. We are in the trial stage. This is the first time I think that we're doing this in Culiat, and hopefully for us to sustain these programs, I hope that you continue to support it, and at the same time you continue to communicate with us the needs and wants you have para ma-fulfill natin siya and we continue to create value for our chapter. Ayun lang. So again, congratulations in advance, sister, and thank you for doing this. And again, thank you everyone for coming.
Yeah, thank you, Press Kate.
Recording in progress.
All right. So thank you, Press Kate, for this opportunity to chair this tonight's event. Tonight is special because we are honoring the women of Culiat, especially the women leaders of our chapter. So our title, no, yung episode title is Breaking the Glass Ceiling, Women Empowering Women. So, I know it's not the first time that you've heard that term coined, no, yung breaking the glass ceiling. And we'll find out later yung mga stories ng ating mga presidents, how they went up and above the norm of of women's roles in the chapter and in society. So let me start off. You know what? I miss William. Para kaming boy and Chris dito. I want to start off by asking each of our presidents who are here to tell us first, when you were president, what year you were president, and then what your profession is. Yeah. When you were president. Yeah, when. Yeah, PP Abs and
Yes.
PP Joyce, who would like to start? Start na, by year na siguro. PP Abs.
Ako ba yung eldest? Shucks.
Oh yeah, PP Jean unfortunately cannot come because she's under the weather. So later I'll read to you her message to all of us. So PP Abs, you're next in line.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm past President Aveline. I was president in 2009.
2009. Yeah. PP Abs, what company do you represent? What's your career now?
All right. My career, I'm a hardworking mother. I run CCN Caltex and Paisanos and Nepomuceno Cuyugan Development Corporation.
All right. Thank you, PP Abs. Next is PP Neki.
So, I'm Agnes Neki Liwanag. So, past president year 2010. At that time, if I'm not mistaken, I was 2010. I think I was the manager for business development of the WIDAS group of companies. WIDAS Group. So, WIDAS Group is the owner and developer of then WIDAS Hotel and Casino. So right now, I'm the Vice President for Corporate Planning, Development, Compliance. Inalis ko na yung corporate marketing, so dinrap ko. Yun, yung tatlo. So that's what I handle now with the Han Group. And I'm also a group director of our 5 or 6 companies. Yun.
Wow. Thank you, PP Neki.
Hello everybody, I'm PP K. So, President of Culiat 2011. So, nung time na yon, I was already handling my catering business, the Kitchen Factory. So yun, hindi ganun kahaba.
Thank you, PPK.
Hello, I am Pao, past president. Anong year ba? 2013 president. Back then, I was the property manager for Gomez Rivera Realty Development Corporation. And also, I was managing my own business, which was Capu Garden. Now, until I'm still the property manager and operating my own business, and also analila of my husband's business.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kate. I am the current president. I am a full-time mom and homeschooler. And then, at the same time, I have a small business on the side that is engaging in food service.
Thank you, Press Kate and PP Pao. Now, let's go to PP Joyce.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Greetings from Illinois. Anyway, so I'm the 2019 president. My name is Maria Joyce Makaspak. At that time, if I'm not mistaken, I was still working for a game development firm, and then eventually moved back again in Angeles University to be the program chair of multimedia arts, and currently still working there remotely. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, PP Joyce. Okay, so I made the questions in 3 categories. So let's first tackle questions because they're our past presidents and our current president is here. Let's tackle questions about being the leaders in our chapter. So we're on the 72nd year, no? 71st year. So out of 71 presidents, only 8 are women. So I really believe sa mga guest speakers natin today. So I want to ask each and every one, parang OTI lang, what inspired you to join JCI and what made you decide eventually to become the leader of our local organization?
Sige, ako na. Sayang wala si PP Jean, no?
Yeah.
Kasi si Jean was our first lady president. She's the perfect person
Yes, she
to answer.
started.
Oo, she started the trend. So, di ba? Anyway, my story is, I was the executive vice president of PP Jean. And then, I was the executive vice president of PP AVS. So on the after her, I was supposed to be again before pala Jean, past President Wayne Bangsil. Ako yung EVP ni Wayne. Kasi ako lang daw yung kayang mag-handle kay PP Wayne. Off the record. Peace. Anyway, tapos si Jean and then si Av. So 3-time EVP ako. And then, past President Richie Nakpil at that time told me, "Sister, you're a 3-time EVP. Do you think they will remember that you were a 3-time EVP? I think it's time na you should be on the front." Ganun siya. Kaya lang ako, I'm so busy with work and all that, ganyan. Hindi ko alam bakit, hindi ko siya naisip na, I want to contribute to the chapter. Kaya nga, I said yes to support all these 3 past presidents. And then when he told me that, it makes sense. So I can do more if I'm the actual president. And learning from the 3 years, aside from the previous training as baby JC onwards. So finally, I realized, I think I'm ready. Kaya lang, there's work on the side. So what I did, I really had to talk to our president sa office. I told him, this is going to be my, it's something for me. This is something that I want to do for myself and for the chapter. And kumbaga, it's the culmination of my career sa JCI. And I want to prove to myself that I can do this. Siguro yung 3 years na yun, that's one reason rin is I was actually scared. No, it's not easy to be past president. It's not easy to be a president of this chapter. Na during that time, it's been always number 1 sa ganyan, number 1 sa ganito. So expectation is really high. And I think up to now, expectation is really high. Di ba? So, yun. So it's more of you are scared, you are pero ko lang yun na with the support of the other past presidents, si Glenn, he's been pushing me, sila past President Rafi, itong 2 girls na to. So they've been pushing us to and why not, di ba? So ayun, so it's really a decision that I have to step up and overcome my own fear na baka kasi mataray ako, baka walang sumunod sa akin. Baka ang ending iwanan nila akong lahat. Yun yung isang mga di ba? So kasi mahirap ang JCI. It's more of leadership, but it's not like in the office kasi you're paying them to do the job. But in JCI, you're asking them to help you. So it's different. So it's more of yun yung it's a challenge for me. Ang dami ko nasabi. Okay na ako. Oh, sige. Thank you.
Thank you, PP Neki.
I think your question was also, when did what's the reason why we joined
Yeah.
JCI, diba? Hindi. I joined JCI siguro when I was 26, 27 years old. I forgot na. Pero mga ganong age. And at that age, honestly, hindi mo naman sasabihin na I joined JCI because I want to change the world, di ba? So I joined because a lot of my friends are members of JCI na. And makikita mo, they're having fun. Parang palagi may GMM, mga ganyan, ang saya. Kaya napasali ako. I attended the orientation. I went through baby JC training and then regular member, naging commissioner, naging director. So what changed from that person na sumali ng JCI because I want to party na naging president ng organization. So I realized kasi that time when I was participating in projects na we can actually change someone's life. We have an impact in someone's life.
Yep.
And yes, hi Abs. And then yun nga, from that, nakita I want to do more. So yun nga, so I wanted to learn more. I wanted na umakyat ng position so I can be able to do more projects for our chapter. So yun yung reason talaga why I joined.
Yes, PPT.
And nagbago. Bakit ako naging president? What?
Yeah, how about our international Zoom guests? PP Joyce or PP Abs? You're on mute.
Okay. So tawag dito, it was a shallow reason actually, no? Past President Chris Almo was my student that time. So palagi siyang absent sa klase ko. So I asked, bakit siya palagi absent? No? So he said na busy po kasi sa JCs, ganyan. No? So sabi ko, ano ba yung JCs na yan? And that time, may nakaschedule na OTI or OTS pa ata that time or NMO. I don't remember. So sa Century Hotel yata or basta. So we attended that. Kasama ko yung twin sister ko. And then sabi ko, ano ba yung Jesus na yan? Mabibigyan ba ako ng visa niyan? Sabi niya, yes ma'am! But although nagkaroon ako ng visa na because of JCs, no? But then again, no, I think when you stay in the organization, kasi yun, napaka-shallow yung reason, di ba? But after few years, while you're being so active in the organization, mag-iba yung outlook mo sa org. So, it took me actually 17 years before I became the president. Naging national director na ako sa GCI Philippines before I considered being the president of Culiat. So, ayun lang. Dahil lang sa visa. Kasi si Ate Kimi, kung gusto niya mag-party, ako gusto ko lang umalis. pero at the end, di ba? So, ayun.
Yes, thank you, PP Joyce. Would anyone else want to share their JCI story as presidents? Miss PP Abs.
Me? Parang may trend yata. Sabay kami ni PPK pumasok, actually, ng JCs. We entered for the same reason too. And then, sorry ha, this little boy is joining. And then, being in JCs, you're surrounded by a lot of very inspiring leaders. So, naturally, lalo na yan si Pipi Glenso, palagi ko siya kasama nun kasi liniligawan pala niya si PPK. Akala ko nagko-call siya ng Baby JC meeting. Hindi ba abuse of power yon, Pipi Glenn? But still, he was the president at that time. And you know, you're being such a great leader, it naturally rubs
Okay, I think yung naging
rubs off on you diba? Off different, but along the way you change, you grow up in GCI. So your goals and your dreams within GCI change with you also. Yeah, that's my story, I believe.
Thank you, PPL. Any one of you, El? Next na, okay? Next question na daw. Okay, so I wanna know because sabi ko nga 8 out of 71 presidents are women. So, how important to you is equal representation in the chapter? It can be not in a leadership role, pero yung at least yung membership. How important is it na may equal representation rin ng women in the chapter?
Actually, with JCI, in general, napansin ko, there's really no gender issue at all. It just so happened in Culiat. I remember yung mga older past presidents, nagiging problem down dati. Correct me if I'm wrong, Glenn, ha? Ang usual comment daw is kaya walang naging past president na babae is because kapag nag-asawa na sila,
Nakit kami ako.
pag asawa na sila, mawawala na sila hindi na sila magiging active. So, yun yung naging notion daw. Hindi ko alam kung, I heard that before when I was still, hindi pa ako nagpresidente noon. So, pero, other than that one person na nakausap ko, wala naman akong narinig na gender issue. So, okay, on the importance, ang hirap naman ng question na to. On the importance of, right now, I think we see more, di ba? More of the women really, showing kung anong kaya nila. And I think it's really important, not just in JCs, no, everywhere, it's really important. It's yung title mo nga, empowering other women. So when you see another lady or woman na empowered, parang you feel proud kahit hindi mo siya kakilala, di ba? So it's very kahit wala kang ginagawa, makikita ka lang nila na you're in that position, that you hold that kind of authority. It somehow encourage other people as well na ay kaya ko rin pala yan, di ba? So yun lang, that's how I see it.
Yes, we do, Pipi Neki. Anyone else who wants to answer that question?
Yeah. I think in our generation now, parang hindi naman na siya masyadong na-highlight yung difference between the male and the female, especially in Culiat. I think it is a good thing that there is really equality in our chapter. I was talking to PP Pao, parang in the last, 5 years, we have 3 women president in the last 5 years. So, tama ba? PP, hindi, dun sa last 5 years, parang PP Joyce, PP Kai, and then me. Parang if you sum it up, in that last 5 years, there are 3 women presidents. So I think there is equal footing na sa chapter natin, and even now in the baby JCs like sa batch ng Conejo, there are a lot of girls. I think there are 4 or 5 out of the 10. So basically equal na siya. And so ako in this year, parang hindi mo naman naramdam eh. Yeah. And it's good also we have women presidents. Para yun nga yung sinasabi ni Pipi Neki kanina, when you see other women leading, it gives you the impression that it is possible. So it gives you that extra confidence and extra courage to do it na pwede naman pala and kaya.
Thank you, Press Kate. Yeah, that's true, no? Right now, natutuwa ko to see a lot of lady baby JCs. I want to ask all of you, if not few of you, about the challenges that you face as a woman leader in JCI. Alam ko iba-iba tayo ng challenges, no? What is the notable challenge you think, especially because, we're women leaders?
If you can hear me properly, I can answer that question.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. What was my challenge as a DCI? Of course, the stereotype. Being student is already difficult. It already comes with its own stations, and then being a woman adds more stations. So often you get advices na para like this, you can't dress like this when you're in public because the person who holds the position in JCI. But in a way that I stayed firm with my values. You take their advices with a grain of salt, diba? And it's not trying to fit you into that stereotype, but it is what come used to, diba? Na women are supposed to behave or not supposed to behave like this. But you stick, so you let that guide you. In my case, I let my values guide me. You follow lang the norms that are with the norms are the rules of ethics and morals and proper etiquette, diba? It's not because you're to what they expect you to be, but it's because you're smart to be one by acting through your values. They tell you not to be this way, not to be that way, diba? Because it is a challenge. I stuck.
Thank you, PP Abs. Anyone? PP Joyce?
I think, for me, siguro the challenges I had when I was the president, for being as a lady president that time, inisip ko, was it something to do with gender? Parang hindi naman eh. It's more of probably because women would tend to be more sensitive yan, no? Sensitive and more emotional yan, di ba? The usual na comment yan. Mas emotional tayo, mas sensitive tayo. But I think it's just a manifestation that we're just ganun tayo ka-passionate when it comes to the organization. So ilang beses na rin ako nasabihan na parang suplada, no? Ilang beses na rin ako nasabihan ng things that are not nice, no? But then again, I think nung sinabi ni past President Abs, you stick to your values and you stick to be true to yourself. And I think I think wala namang mali, no? If we're just being passionate sa ginagawa natin. And I think that's a good trait of being a woman. Ayun. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, thank you, PP Joyce. Who would like to speak from our panel here?
Ayun, oo. Siguro ako, during the start of my term, hindi mo maaalis yung doubts in the minds of the members, past presidents, na if I will be able to do the job well. Which is nice naman kasi may makikita mo yung concern sila sa chapter na gusto nila yung mag-handle ng chapter na president is ready talaga and able na gagawin yung job well. So, looking at it now, parang that challenge became a chance for me to prove myself worthy of the position. Parang I worked harder, doubly hard, para lang to prove na, diba, kahit girl yung mag-handle ng position na yan, we can do it as much as, or even better sometimes, diba, than our ibang presidents, yun. So, that was a challenge for us, lalo na doon sa mga, siguro kay Jean din, kasi she was the first female president. So, talagang kailangan ma-prove na, uy, kaya naman pala, yung parang gano'n. So, tayo lumakas na yung loob natin after nun, di ba? Okay, kinaya ni Jean, so kaya din namin, yung parang gano'n.
Well, with my term kasi, yung challenges, hindi naman more on the gender roles eh. Yes, the emotional ka, mas moody ka, yung gano'n. Part yun as a gender. Pero yung struggles mo kasi and challenges mo during your term would not vary for whatever gender you are. It depends on what character you have. So, kasi when you become a president, lahat nung part nung yung integrity mo, yung character mo, yan doon masusubukan. And then it strengthens you to be a better you. So, to those yung mga members natin or mga ladies here that would like to aspire to become leaders, I would say for you to go for it. Kasi this is the challenge for you and how you take yourself to a step further.
Thank you, Bibi Bao. Press Kate, would you like to add na that?
The challenges, parang hilow pa yung sa akin eh. Kasi parang ongoing pa yung challenges ko. Pero what I can share with you early on ngayon is, early on in the presidency, I think the challenge for me would be the time management. I'm still adjusting. I do homeschooling. That's the full-time role that I'm really doing right now. And then we have projects, syempre, sa Culiat. And then at the same time, I have the small business nga. Yeah, I'm still adjusting. I cannot say that I've figured it out. No, not yet. I'm still in the process of learning it. I'm trying to get the rhythm. I'm trying to figure it out how to fully maximize the time, the day. Kasi ang nangyayari, para akong switch on, switch off na parang may question or may kailangan i-address sa project. So, I have to answer it while I'm doing homeschooling. Tapos parang yung daughter ko would say, hey mom, I'm ready. Parang ganyan. Oh, wait lang, 2 minutes, ganyan. Tapos hindi ko namamalayan. It's already 10 minutes I'm in my phone trying to discuss something. Yon, parang that I have, in principle, I already know how it should work. Pero it's just really hard sometimes to let it go. But I know it is doable. It just needs a lot of discipline. Yon. Pero to be honest, I am still a work in progress in terms of attaining that discipline. Yan lang.
Thank you, Press Kate.
Let me add lang, Sister Chloe.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Bibi.
Yes, I think during my time, no, this is a personal challenge. It's not, during my time, personal challenge nga to, no. I think it's more of age kasi medyo late na ako naging presidente. So, yung age gap ko with the members is medyo malaki na. And pagdating sa fellowship, hindi ko na kinakaya. So, I think, sina Sister Abs or sina Pres Becky and tawag dito si Ate Kimi, no? During your time, I mean, you could still have those fellowships. So, pero nung time ko, parang hindi ko na kaya. So, shout out sa mga baby GXs ko that time, Atlantis who were there. Hello. Thank you very much for the members who fulfilled that, tawag dito, responsibility ng pagiging presidente, no? To stay sa mga fellowship. So, that's on a lighter note po.
Pipi Joyce, aray ko naman. I relate.
Kayo nga, di ba? Di ba kayo age, di ba? That's ko, 39 na ata ako noon, di ba?
Yeah, you were 39 na. Almost.
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah. So before we go into a very short break, so we can have a little breather before the next set of questions. Feeling ko nasa Miss Universe ako ngayon. Let's end this portion of the questions about JCs with this last one. So we listened to you, presidents, about time management, yan ang mga and yung mga what do you call that? I want to know what particular traits or skills do you think should a leader have in order for him or her or him to be successful in the leadership role? What particular skills and traits?
I think a good leader should be a good influence to the members. They should lead by example. Like, kung kunyari yung presidente, di ba, tatamad-tamad or hindi fina-follow yung mga protocols. Yung members, kagaya, hindi na rin magpa-protocol yan, tatamad-tamad na din sila So, the leader should really set a good example. And I think they should also be a master delegator. Oh yeah, I should delegate the project sa lahat ng members so everybody will have equal opportunity to grow and learn sa chapter natin. Ayun.
Ako muna, sige. Actually, I totally agree with PPK. I-share ko lang to. Naalala ko during my time, ang baby JCs noon kayo, Chloe, Chezzy, sila Chezzy. Oo, kayo. You were my baby JCs back then. I was very tough. No? Ayan, no? Ayaw maniwala. Ayan, no? I was very tough. They were my baby JCs then. Oo. Cold now? Hindi ako cold. Professional lang ako. No. That was my style at that time, no? I am very strict. I'm a disciplinarian because I'm a perfectionist. I want everything done according to plan. I want everything done as scheduled, as kung ito yung assignment mo, you have to do that. If I tell you na I expect this from you, that's what I expect. Okay, as a good leader, you should know how to accept na hindi nangyayari yun sa totoong buhay. Yun. So you have to learn how to be flexible. So that's one of my learnings as well, na hindi ko makokontrol lahat. So that's what I learned during my term, and I realized that siguro after the kasi a lot of experiences, we tried to win the national convention. It didn't go well. It was really a heartbreak for everyone. So yun nga, you will not get what you want, but you have to get everything that you can from that experience. So that's one leadership training na makukuha nyo sa JCI that I learned personally. So yun, you have to be flexible and then keep up with the changes para yun, kasi hindi naman lahat ng daan straight eh. Diba? Mang daan dyan, merong shortcut, merong curve, merong So, that's one. And then, so, one leadership trait, and then second is, if you think you're doing it right, and you know in your heart that it's right, just put your feet down talaga. No, this is the way to go. If you believe in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, this is the right way to go, just do it. Eventually, kung nagkamali ka, then fine, di ba? You learned your lesson. So, be courageous, be brave. That's one leadership trait. Make that decision now. Yon.
I think one important trait, bigla na lang may nagsasalita sa likod. anyway, I think one as being a leader is to stay humble always, no? Kasi as a president, it's easy for us to get lost of the process or the kung ano yung nangyayari sa organization, not only in Culiat but also in national org, no? So it's important that we stay humble, and I think we've been practicing, or we've been parang important para sa atin yung teaching ng humility, right? So actually that trait would actually teach us to be a good leader. Usapang lies sa Severano to, no? But anyway, yeah, that's true, no? I think beyond of the power that we have once naging presidente ka or naging active ka sa organization, we still have to be humble pa din. Do you agree?
Yes, we agree, VP Joyce. Yeah, maybe PP Abs?
Well, a lot of definitions for a good leader. But what siguro we can share to you are the things that we've experienced and what we've gained through our terms. For my term, I learned to be more patient and how to handle people. Tawa-tawa ka, JC. And how to handle people and how to talk to them. Lalo na may mga, I was one of those last, before Joyce, after yung mga may iwan, ako na lang yung last na ng mga old times. So, parang I felt that I had to teach the new generations, to leave them yung mga things na tinuro nila sa akin, such as protocols, yung mga project plannings and such, and also yung them learning to do the constitutions, tas iba-ibang seminar. Eh, syempre, in JCI, minsan, back then, parang hindi masyadong okay na nagsa-seminar lagi. They get bored, of course. Kasi syempre, during the days, di ba, they're working and all. So, tas pagdating ng gabi, papag-seminar mo. So, yun yung mga ibang, and then learning how to deal with them. Syempre, iba-ibang tao, iba-ibang approach. That's one thing that I learned during my term. Yung iba-iba palang, hindi pala porke, okay, itong tao to, minsanan, ayan, ganun na lang. Kung paano ko kausapin si Kate, ganun ko rin kakausapin si Neki. To encourage them to do their part or to become good leaders also eventually. So, then I learned how na iba yung, na kung paano makipag-usap doon sa taong and yung paano mo basahin yung tao kung ano ang kailangan niya. So hopefully yung still mastering that, pero I've learned a lot from that time.
Thank you, PP Pao. Okay, PP Abs is back. PP Abs, do you have your mic on now?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I think all the presidents have said most of the traits already. For me, one of the most important traits was, I agree with PP Joyce, it was humility, patience, and what I really learned, and I learned this also from past President Glenn, was the skill of planning. If you don't plan your projects properly or your goals properly during your term, it's all gonna blow up in your face, which it happened to all of us, I think, at one point or the other. So yeah, those are my 2 cents worth.
Thank you, PP Abs. Kate?
Yeah. In addition to the qualities that were mentioned kanina, I think for me, a leader should have clarity. A leader should be clear on their vision, should be clear on their goals, should be clear on the why they are in that position. Kasi when you are surrounded by a lot of people, say example, chapter natin as president, and there are what? Almost 200 chapters in the Philippines. So that means there are around 200 presidents, 200 other leaders. And each chapter have different visions. Sometimes you can't help it but compare na, ay, ito, they're doing this. Ito, it's different aspect naman. It's so easy to be clouded, to be confused na, I want that also. I want that also. And then, it's so easy to be trapped dun sa, because you want everything that you see that's good. You tend to spread yourself too thinly na, that in the end, wala ka na na-accomplish. Parang, you're trying to target everything and everyone, you end up targeting no one. Parang ganon. So it has to be really clear on your level what you want for the chapter, what you want if you're doing the projects, what they want in the projects. Kasi if you get confused as a leader, you expect everyone else down below you to be confused also. So one is clarity. Number two, as a leader, you have to keep your goals manageable and realistic. Kasi if you want so many, yun nga, again, you end up not doing anything and it will just dishearten everyone. Instead of encouraging everyone, dahil ang dami-dami mong gusto. Of course, we all want good things, di ba? Sino ba naman yung ayaw? But it is also a reality that our resources, perfect example to this is time. It's limited. So we prioritize. Yon. And as a leader, I think we have to be mentally ready because in leadership, there will always be issues, there will always be challenges. It's not gonna be a perfect, smooth ride. There will always be something that's gonna come up. And it is very important that you are mentally ready. Lalo na when you are in a BOD position, particularly in a chapter, madaming issues. So you have to be really mentally ready and choose our battles talaga. We cannot fix everything. Even if you want to fix everything, it's just impossible to really fix everything and be the hero, no. And lastly, I guess what I can share is, as a leader, yes, we have the position. It's a title, like example, I am the president, or you are the EVP, or ganyan. It is a title, but it doesn't mean we are above everyone else. That's one thing I love about Culiat is we promote equality, not only on gender, but in terms of status in life, that pagpasok mo sa Culiat, it doesn't matter if you are a millionaire or a billionaire or you're just starting in life. No, it doesn't matter. It's equal footing in Culiat. And as a leader, we have the title, but it means it doesn't give us the entitlement to be above everyone else. Rather, it gives us a special role that we have to lead the chapter. It's actually title equates for me service, because after all, this is about servant leadership. Yun.
Wow. Brilliant. Presky, thank you for answering that last question before we go on a break. This is the
Very
part one.
well said.
Part 1 of 3 of this session. Yeah. Ay, hindi. Three sets of questions, PPK. So, first pa lang yan. So, I hope everyone got wisdom, no, from the first part of our talk tonight. Later on, I'll ask naman the audience your key takeaway. So, kayo naman yung mga on the spot. May I call on our baby JCs? Let's do a quick raffle and thank our sponsors for sponsoring tonight's event. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the first winner of our first raffle, we have the sponsor from Alveo, So our next winner is number 26, Director Lionel Natividad.
Galing naman ng teacher mo.
All right, sige. Let's go now to our part 2 of our questions for tonight. Okay? Let's go now to leadership in your family life. Okay? So, yeah. Okay. So, only PP Jean and Press Kate have kids during their term. Tama? No? So, I want to know from Press Kate, how you juggle your role as a mom, and then you have, to lead Culiat.
Masasabi ko na it was a perfect run. No. Sometimes I find myself, the moment I wake up pa lang, I'm already scrambling na, parang ang dami-dami ko nang kailangan sagutin. I have to accomplish this part of my task as homeschooler, ganyan. Pero what I am blessed is my daughter already understands somehow. Parang when she asks, Ada, kunwari ako, I tell her, Ada, you have to do this, you have to do that. Sagot niya sa akin, why? Do you have a meeting? Yes. Tapos, minsan makikita nila na naka-shirt na ako ng JCI. So, gets na niya. And even my mom, because we live again with my parents ngayon, even my mom and si Jan are very supportive. Siguro to answer your question, how do I do it? Before I got into this, I talked to them one by one. I got the consent and support of my husband. I talked to Ada. At her age of 8 years old, I asked her, Ada, I think I have an opportunity to be the president, but being the president means that you have to work with me in my schedule because we don't have a yaya, we're doing homeschooling, and it's another task that I have to attend to. Can we do it? Are you willing to work with me in that? And then when she said yes, so somehow, there's an understanding. So minsan kapag kunwari meron kaming hindi nagagawa sa homeschooling kasi meron siyang hindi siya focus or she's playing or wala yung focus niya, tapos ako, that's the only time I have for that day, sasabihan ko siya, di ba you committed to me? You said, we're gonna work on this. I'm trying to do my best. You have to also do your part. Parang ganon. So somehow, early on, I'm taking it, I'm seizing this season of our life na it's a struggle, yes, but somehow I know that there will be learning, not only to me, but also sa family ko, kay Jan, kay Ada, yon. So, yeah, it's still a struggle, but yes, I am trying. We are trying to maximize whatever season of our life na nandito kami ngayon.
Yeah, thank you, Press Kate. I'd also like to ask si PPK, was it easier for you becoming a president because PP Glenn was president before? Or how important was his support to you?
Hindi, it was an advantage na he was a past president. Actually, both eh. Yun na nga, kasi every board meeting ko, nandiyan siya, tinitingnan niya yung mga, parliamentary ko kung tama. Yun na nga. Tapos lagi niya, and actually, maganda din kasi kinukol niya palagi yung mga hindi maganda. Oo, puro negative actually, puro comments. Pero at least nalalaman ko kasi siya lang makakapagsabi truthfully nun sa akin di ba? So it was an advantage din naman kahit ganon. And ano yung...
That's it. How important is his support to you?
It's important. Kaya parang sinabi ni Kate, it's important that your family supports you, your husband, kung may mga anak ka na, and your whole family. Kasi yung time mo talagang mahahati sa JCI and sa family. So it's important na you have their full support talaga.
Yeah. So, si Pipi Pao naman I know, and si Pipi Neki, and Pipi Abs, and Pipi Joyce, we're all single, no? Or we're not, did not have a partner, or just had a boyfriend, no? So, what type of support did you have, no? During your time, kasi wala pa kayong mga asawa, ganon. Wala pa kayong mga partners. Saan kayo humuhugot ng support in maybe your family? And how did they help you?
Mauna na ako. Baka
Mauna na ako,
magawan ako ng
Joyce.
sagot.
Mauna na ako, Joyce.
Ang dami pala si...
Mauna na ako kasi sila yung support ko noon Sila yun
Funny, no?
Ayaw tumigil.
I don't have... Yes.
Okay. Sige, ganito. Ako, I had to my boss's permission. Kasi a lot of my time nasa work. So I had to get his go na, okay, so how much of your time will you be spending for this one? Sabi ko, a lot. So, I will not work late because I have to leave early, mga ganon. And then, basta yung, so, okay, but make sure this is the last time. Yung ganon. So anyway, so I had to get him on board, my boss. My family naman, they're always okay whatever I do. And then the last one, I had to talk to all my friends. Like yan, sila Joyce, sila Voltaire, sila Jojo, lahat ng friends ko na JCs, di ba? So, ikaw, bored kayo ha? Ganyan. O, sige, planning kami agad. Kami lang. Alam na namin gagawin namin. So, ganun siya ganun kasimple. Kasi I have their support, di ba? Tapos, thank you sa mga sponsors, financial support. Ayun.
Sige, sisigunda na ako. I made Culiat my love life. So I committed myself sa org. Buong-buo.
I love you, Joyce.
But then again, of course, you get the support of your family kahit wala sila nung during my term, no? I always felt the support of my sister, of course, who's actually here listening to us. And then the members of Culiat, no, especially my baby JCs, ang laking tulong nila sa support na binigay nila during my time. So even though that I don't have special someone that time to support me, I have my baby JCs, no? Sila ang aking karelasyon doon, and other members, of course. And of course, sa mga, sa friends, no? Ang laking tulong ng Widas Foundation through Press Neki for helping us with the projects of Culiat to continue it. And yan, sina Ate Kimi, yung mga si Sister Abs, Pipi Pao, Press Kate, and Sister Chloe, yan. So yan, you get, tawag dito, you rely with your friends in Culiat to give you support. So,
yeah. I love you, Joyce.
I love you too.
Yeah, maybe anyone of you, Pipi Pao?
Okay. With family, actually, they encourage me naman na pursue yung GCI. Tapos, yung presidency ko, ako hiningi ko yun sa mom ko. I'm actually her caregiving companion kasi. So,
I guess that's a...
So, tapos yung si EVP ngayon, boyfriend ko siya nun. So, medyo close na sila ng mom ko noon. So, nakiusap ako sa kanya. So, every now and then, when I go to JCI activities, he comes in our house and stays with my mom. Yun. So, yun yung isang naging support ko. Siyempre, at saka, yung although nagkaroon din ng time na parang kinainggitan na niya yung JCI. Kasi yung oras mo, more on JCI. Na yung time mo sa kanila, nawawala. And then, nung mid ng term ko, my mom got sick. So, in and out of the hospital siya. So, medyo mahirap yung naging paano ko i-split yung oras ko and yung katawan ko. And thankful ako sa mga board ko back then and how they handled it and how they encouraged me to finish my term.
Yeah. Sweet pala si EVP Box. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, if I can add lang,
Yes, PP Abs.
dream team yung board ko nun eh. So it wasn't so hard. And then, si past president, Nike. If I never admitted it before, I'm admitting it now. I knew how great she is. So, having her as part of my board nun and having all of these past presidents part of my board also pushed me to do better. So, parang you cannot fail if everyone working with you are great, di ba? Thank you, guys.
Thanks daw, guys. Yeah. Okay. Because JC takes a lot of your time. How do you take time for self-care? Kasi alam ko noon si PP Abs was into sports, si PP Joyce then may I know from you, how do you practice self-care and taking care of your mental health?
During our term as president,
Yes, during your term as a president. Yeah.
even our I was single that time, so I'd go on dates and then masusundan ako ng baby JCs ko kung saan ako nakikipag-date. They always manage to find me. I'm not sure who's there, pero sina Chezzy noon could find me anywhere.
Abs. I remember during Abs term, halos every night we drink, di ba?
Yes.
Tayo na Kitty. Every night. Kami,
That was
pa kami nun,
relaxing.
Malakas pa kami uminom.
Fellowship was my me time.
Fellowship was her me time. Okay.
Yeah, fellowship was my me time. That was what I loved doing. So, after ng board meeting, fellowship was my me time.
Yeah.
In Culiat kasi, you also build friends, di ba? I mean, especially if you're the president, you build relationship with your members. So, dahil nga wala akong love life noon, no? Ang dinidate ko yung mga members, no? We go out for movies, no? Hindi man kami nagiinuman, kakain sa Tapsi, yan. Or manunod ng movies. Sa mga Sar Hieronimo, yung mga pinipilit ko sila. Wala silang choice. Sumama. So yun. But aside from that, of course, yung football, yun lang ata yung sports natin nun, no? Football. And also, we did some painting, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, painting. Yeah.
Di ba tayo nag-basketball ng term mo, President? PP Joyce?
Sa akin, hindi. Kanino ba siya?
Hindi, tayo lang. Girls. Fellowship basketball game.
Parang hindi yata. Kasi nag-ano na yung year, no? Terms. Sign of aging.
Yeah,
Daming archives.
Yeah. before hindi ako masyadong naniniwala sa self-care. Parang I feel na parang recently na lang din na naging term yung self-care, especially during the pandemic. But if there's one thing that I've learned, well, if you notice, parang I would always relate things to my experience as a homeschooler. And I think I've shared this to a few members na natin who I know or who have a lot on their plate right now. No? There's one thing or one practice that I am trying to make it a habit on myself. In homeschooling, we call it nanay culture. In general, it's called as me time or self-care. Parang no matter how busy you are in a day, you can carve out kahit 5 to 10 minutes lang and do something for yourself. Be it take your time drinking your coffee nang hindi nagmamadali, be it in the morning, or if you just wanna sit back and read, kahit 10 minutes lang yan, that 10 minutes every day, it gives you the space to breathe. So ako, my rule to my kids that when I take a bath, do not knock unless it's urgent. Pero hindi, parang ngayon nakakalimutan na naman nila na when I take a bath, kakatok yan, Mom, yes. Are you taking a bath? Yes. Parang, it's my me time. Ganyan. Yon. Yon. So, I think this is not just applicable to people who have possessions. It's very applicable to everyone who seems na parang ang dami nilang kailangan gawin for the day. 10 minutes wouldn't hurt. Just give it for your time, give it for yourself kasi it's a general knowledge naman na we cannot give what we don't have. So if you cannot care for yourself sa simula pa lang, how do you care for other people? Yan. So again, it's not gonna be the same for everyone kung how you would spend that 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It can be a long bath, warm bath. It can be reading a book. It can be just drinking a cup of coffee, or yung iba nananahi sila, or yung iba nagpe-paint, ganyan. Ako sometimes what I do also is when I drive, wala akong music. It's my moment of silence kasi parang syempre when you have kids and you don't have yaya, 24/7 mong naririnig yung mommy, mama, parang ganon. So, kung nakasakay na kayo sa car con, ako yung nagda-drive, more likely walang music because it's
15 minutes. Ako 30 minutes yung akin. Okay. Pipi pa, what do you do for self-care?
Well, actually, it's similar to Press Kate's practice. Hindi rin ako maano sa self-care. Pero I have a reminder on my phone that I have to do one thing that I love today. So one thing lang. So it doesn't really matter if it's 5 minutes, yung ano, basta something that I love. What I want is to drink coffee outside in peace, then that's one thing that I do. Or meron ako na experience, one thing that I'm doing right now is I love drawing and coloring. So I borrow my husband's cell phone, and then I do colorings in his phone.
Okay. No, during my term, 13 years ago, tama ba? 23, tama, 2010. 13 years ago, so bata pa ako noon, mas payat pa ako sa inyo noon. Hello, ganun eh. Hindi. Yun di ba? Papayat din naman ako dati. Ano yun? Kasi we were still young at that time. So, ang energy level mo mataas. And self-care, ang tawag namin sa self-care, inuman, di ba? So, yun ang ano namin noon. We get together, not talk about JCI, just talk about life, about future plans, or gagawa kami ng pera. Gagawa kami event. Kami nila, yun ang namin eh. That's our hobby. We create an event, ganyan, tapos sideline. So yun yung namin, self-care namin. And then, coffee, ganyan lang. So, it's more of social, siya, no? Kasi you forget about jobs, you forget about work, pareho pala yun. JCI. Tapos, and then traveling. That's what we love to do, yung mga friends. So, I was lucky at that time na yung family ko, actually, they're all in the States. So, ako lang mag-isa sa bahay. So, ang talagang family ko at that time is JCI. So, ito na yung kasama ko the entire, 24/7. If I'm not at work, I'm with the JCs. So, yun. Dumating pa sa point na na-hospitalize ako sa kakainom. Ganyan. Yes, di ba? Napagalitan ka ng nanay ko nun. Nung bumisita kayo sa hospital. Kasi na-overdrink ako eh. Na-dehydrate ako. Yun. So, ganun yung noon. So, ngayon, now, ang self-care ko ngayon is, after work, I try not to work. So, kasi before, I'm workaholic eh. When I get home, I turn myself off. So, I just watch Netflix, ganyan. Or in the weekends, I don't work as much as I can. Wag lang akong tatawagan. You will only call me if it's a matter of life and death or nagbabankrupt na or what. So, yung mga ganon. So, if it's not necessary, don't call me. Ganon siya. Because I like my weekends sleeping. That's my self-care. Sleeping because I don't get that much sleep. So, yun.
Self-care naman doesn't have to be expensive, no, 'di ba? Even trip to a salon, parang na yun eh. Basta alone time, parang walang kids. Alone time or with friends, dinner out with friends. Kasi after that, you will feel rejuvenated, refreshed, na parang ang saya mo na uuwi ka.
Oo, totoo yun.
Totoo yun. Kasi kahit 2 hours lang na dinner with friends or nasa salon ka lang, it will really refresh you. Parang okay na. O sige, go. Ano na susunod? Yung ganyan na. Refresh ka na pag uwi mo sa bahay. So you really need that.
Meron lang gustong i-add. May na-realize ako dun sa sinabi ni Pres Neki. Yung me time namin noon was drinking. I realized my me time was JCI. I joined JCI for me. I became president because for me. So that was my me time.
Aww.
I agree with you.
So, I understand na it's your me time, pero being president, sabi ko nga kay Press Kit, it's like a career. Ikakaririn mo ng buong taon. So, is it okay we don't have a break? Let's go on to the career already. So, with your careers, can you tell us a short story of how you came up with your business or how you got into your position now? Because I know a lot of our women and gentlemen also career people. So I'd like to get your story also to share to them. Who would like
Sige,
to start?
I'll go first.
Okay, go, BB Abs.
Ako siguro yung pinaka hindi impressive yung story among all the presidents. Because I run our family businesses. So I guess the challenge, my story would be how I grew it from the point that I started running it. And believe it or not, it's JCI gave me that courage. My presidency gave me that courage to make such big decisions that were very scary. Because during your term, you make that day in, day out. You make those decisions. And you make it for the chapter. So it started with one gas station, turned into 3, and then we opened the restaurant, and then the real estate office na. But what a lot of you don't know is that when I first started growing the gasoline stations, my first few customers were actually GCI. They were all my GCI friends. Yung maraming kotse doon na nakapark, GCs yun eh. So, I keep saying this, that GCI helps you in a lot of ways, even in your businesses. It's not just about socialization or trainings. If you know how to build your network in GCI, you can use that network to help your career, help your business, help yourself actually. So that's my story. It's not as impressive as everyone else here. So ako yung una na, para ako yung boring. Mas exciting yung stories ng mga past presidents to come. Thank you.
Thank you, VP Abs. VP Joyce?
Boring din yung akin, but sige, itatawid natin ito. I think not a lot of people, kasi for 4 years, I was freelance developer. So, kaya nga nagkaroon ng On the Wings of Love game app. And not a lot of people know that during my time sa term ko, I lost my job as game development sa game development firm. Not because of JCs, no, it's about politics dun sa mismo company. And I think good thing that because I have tawag dito, maganda naman yung relationship ko with AUF. That's why they before mag-end yung contract ko with that company, they offered me the job as being the program chair of multimedia arts. And I think yung opportunities din na pwede natin mag-gain sa JCI, I would like to commend the SAF batch. I think Dane, Gerald are here. The late Sam Manoloto, that time we had the project with the national organization, where in fact that we started the online GCIP modules back in 2015, no? So we stayed there for about until 2020, I think, no? So yes, we have tawag dito, a lot of challenges when it comes to career, but GCI would provide you also some opportunities. And I think yun ang maganda rin na pwede natin tignan sa organization na to. But again, I'm happy that I'm back in AUF as program chair. At of course, yung relationship ko with the past president, who's also past president, si Dr. Emmanuel Y. Angeles, no? Na love ako, kaya ako yung nakabalik. So, who's also a member of this organization.
Yeah.
Shout out kay Nadine and Gerald. Hi.
Nadine and Gerald.
Sabi ko pa shout out kanina pa, no? Thank you.
Yeah, napakagaling na teacher ni PP Joyce. I also have one of my best friends was her student also. Very commendable si PP Joyce.
Thank you.
And you would like
Siya yung pinakamahaba. Saan ako mag-start? Ano nga yung question natin? Nakalimutan na.
Yeah, can you tell us a short story of your journey to leadership in your career?
Okay, sige. Journey to leadership. When I joined JCI, I was marketing supervisor. Okay. Tapos, talaga quiet lahat. Wow, they want to. Anyway, so marketing supervisor, and then I became the marketing manager, and then nag-shift, I became the executive assistant to the president, and then concurrently nag-business development manager, and then nag-director for business management, business development and compliance and legal, and then anyway, and so on, so on, so on. Mahabang. So that's total of 16 years of my career. So I've been with the company for 16 years. So now that I'm in my position, I'm looking for different, kasi of course, I have different managers, different directors under me. Ang lagi kong hinahanap sa kanila, sabi ko, siguro hindi nag-JCs itong mga to. Kasi kulang sila ng project planning. Wala silang, they don't know how to make a decision. Gusto ko nga sana ipasok ko lahat sa JCs di ba? Kaya lang, syempre, hindi ko na magagawa, So yun yung naisip ko na, I think I owe my, my career or my self-development to JCs. Kasi, dito ka lang matututong speaker ka, di ba? You learn how to speak in public speaker. I would like to, siguro na, dito lang, ang daldal ko na. dati hindi ako ganito. Dati, before ako mag-president, di ba, nag-ano pa to, ikaw na, ganyan. Oo. Ganun yun. Hindi ka naman, talaga, di ba? You'll develop that in JCI. And then, so yung hinahanap ko sa mga staff ko ngayon is yung decision making na, kasi hindi lahat ng tao, you have that courage to decide Pero if you're in JCI, we encourage you to decide, make that decision. So if you make a mistake, alam mo na hindi mo na gagawin ulit. Diba? Kaya lang, of course, in the corporate world, once you make that decision na nagkamali, patay kang bata ka. may bayad yan. May losses siya. Kaya natatakot silang mag-decide. So in my case, I got that training na if I need to get something, I have to decide on it right here and right now. So that's siguro my competitive edge with the others. I'm not scared to make that call. I'm not scared that I'll make a mistake. Kaya nga yung sabi ko kanina, the leadership skill that is important is that bravery. You have to have that courage to make things happen. So, yun. I can say that's what I have and I got in JCI. And then, pati yung flexibility ko, na kahit anong bigay mo sa akin, I can do it. That's why naabuso naman yata ako kasi lahat na lang binigay sa akin. So, halos lahat na ako nang gumawa. So, because yun nga, I'm not a lawyer, pero legal and compliance is under me. I'm not an architect or an engineer, but I handle projects and construction. I'm not, ano pa ba yung mga profession na kailangan? I do that. Why? Kasi as long as you have that critical thinking mindset, you have that basically common sense, which we teach in JCI. So, yun yung that's my journey to my career. So, I thank JCI for that one as well. And of course, I had to work on it as well. Yun lang yun. Hindi naman, konti lang. Thank you.
Nag-quit nga ako ng corporate world. Yeah, ako parang, ano yung question, yung leadership?
What was your journey
to my leader? Actually, right now, whenever I get asked, what do I do? What I answer is I'm a full-time mom and a full-time homeschooler. Kasi yun talaga, that's where I spend most of my time. I used to be in the corporate world for 8.5 years. But then in 2017, we decided that it's gonna be me who's gonna quit the job kasi si John, as a doctor, parang hindi magiging flexible yung time niya. So we needed someone who would be present with the kids. So it's me who quit the job. Parang priority talaga namin would be someone to look after the kids who would be present with the family. So that's in 2017. And then 2018, parang I just did consultancy on the side for 2 years, and then in 2019 I started a kitchen service. Pero ano lang siya, it's a small kitchen service, it's a small business lang. Pero right now, I am proud naman to say that I am really a homeschooler and homemaker. Before nahiya ako na sabihin na I don't have a job, I remember myself when I had to input sa form ni Ada na parang what's my occupation. I can't find myself writing na I'm a housewife, a homemaker. Pero now that parang nag-mature na ako, I'm proud. I'm really proud. And I guess, it's pay. You don't get paid for it, but it is a profession that you should be proud of.
Yeah. Very rewarding, no?
Yes.
Press Kit, mas mahirap pa yung trabaho mo kesa sa corporate. Promise.
Thank you.
Ibibigay press kit.
Pwede din.
Yeah, okay. Sige, for our ladies here who may have questions for our panelists. Siguro, let's hear from you kung ano yung what you wanna ask our presidents. It can be career, it can be JC's, love life. Wag lang daw pera. Do you have any questions? Or maybe you can share your key takeaways on this talk before they give their advice to us. Their final advice to us.
Beer is the way.
Okay, good evening po, VJC Nikki here. So, may question lang po ako. Siguro as myself kasi I'm just starting to climb up the ladder sa work ko. And the same with my work and here in JCI, parang binibigyan na ng importance yung how you delegate tasks to your subordinates. So, my question po siguro is, how did you do it? Kasi personally, it is easier for me to do everything myself para lang hindi ko nag-iisip na baka explore ang ganyan. So, how did you overcome yung pagiging gano'n? And what are your tips po siguro on how to delegate properly?
Trust your staff. No? You have to trust who you're working with. Trust them that they can do it properly. And do not expect na yung manner na gagawin mo, ganun din ang gagawin niya. You have to give them that give them the leeway to create their own style. Okay, so nakaka-ano yun di ba? Nakaka-OC yun that's true. Pero at first, you really, tiisin mo lang. Pero, do not let go. Gets mo? If you need to hold their hand while they're doing it, do it. Pero, siya pa rin ang gagawa. Pero huwag mo didictate. Okay? Just tell them, kumbaga, don't stop teaching. So, it's really about teaching them, guiding them, pero letting them do the dirty job. Di ba? Eventually, you will learn na, hindi mo na siya hawak. Wala ka ng leash sa kanya. And then they can, do it on their own. Tiwala lang na kaya nilang gawin. And eventually, ma-feel mo rin na, ang sarap pala na, you taught someone and nabawasan ka ng work. And they appreciate it, di ba? Imagine, you ask them to do something that you're supposed to do, pero they're happy that they're doing it for you. Di ba? Ganun yun.
I just remember when I did the 65th grand reunion ng Culiat. Before doing that, ano din ako, parang I'd rather do it my own because sabi nga ng husband ko, it doesn't mean it's not done your way, it's wrong. Pero ang rebuttal ko sa kanya, pero my way is the fastest way na. Yung ganon. Pero yun nga, when you handle, that's why we are very process-oriented sa Culiat. Kung mapapansin nyo, we are putting a stress on that na the process, you have to delegate, you have to make committees, you have to make use of your committees even if it's just a small project because that is a preparation for you when you do bigger projects. So when I did the 65th Grand Reunion, this is in the year 2017, imposibleng gawin ko siya on my own. So I learned 3 things. I remember pa my speech during the closing remarks na first lesson is, I learned to ask help. Ang hirap humingi ng tulong, lalo na kapag bilib na bilib ka sa sarili mo na, hindi, kaya kong gawin yan. Ay, alam ko na yung gagawin ko. Ganyan. Pero to tell yourself na, hindi, kailangan kong humingi ng tulong, tapos hihingi ka ng tulong na, uy, pwede mo ba akong tulungan? Can you support me in this project? Can you help me? Can you do this? Diba, kakainin mo yung pride mo eh. So, you have to ask for help. And it's okay to ask help. There is no shame in asking help. Then number 2, when you ask help, trust that person. Hindi yung humingi ka ng tulong sa kanya, tapos tutulungan ka niya, nag-commit siya sa'yo, pero didiktahan mo siya. Hindi naman pwede yon. Kasi, remember, that person that you ask help for, he is a person. Meron siyang sariling pag-iisip, meron siyang sariling diskarte, which you also have to respect. Siguro, what I can say is when you ask for help and you trust that person with that task, it has to be clear also. Bakit, ano ba yung deliverables, tapos dapat clear din yung buy-in. Kumbaga, hindi lang task yung binibigay mo sa kanya. He or she needs to have a better understanding of your goal. Kasi, kapag sinabi mo sa kanya, o kuha ka lang ng sponsor, pag sinabi niyang, ay, nag-submit na ako ng mga ganito, walang reply, parang feeling mo, he's not giving so much effort, diba? Pero if you clarify to that person na this is the goal of the project, ito yung nakasalalay dito, that person would also create an ownership for that project. May buy-in na siya. So, mas mag-exert din siya ng effort. Yon. And then third, I remember nung grand reunion on that night, there was a big miscommunication sa entertainment. Merong banda, pero walang gamit. Merong gamit si casino, pero ang usapan namin, magdadala ng sariling gamit ang Culiat. Pero there was a big miscommunication. So walang gamit. May banda, pero walang gamit. So what am I supposed to do? Nakiusap ako, ayaw ng casino. So I was just sitting at the backstage. Nakaupo na ako, nakaganito na lang ako. Wala na. And then I just prayed. So my third lesson is let go and let God. As long as you've done your best, there are things na, yes, na if hindi, wala ka na magagawa, then wala na. Let go and let God na lang. And what will go wrong, but it doesn't discount the fact that you did your best and you gave you pursued excellence. Yon. So, yun lang. Any more?
Ay, may question pa.
Your younger self. For example, you will get your 18 years old GC moment, best GCI life lessons or experience.
Don't wait too much.
Offer ng GCI.
I think we did. So
I'll remind myself to do the same, actually. If I did not go through that, I won't be like this today. Diba? So, ano ba ang, siguro yun lang nga, don't drink too much, take care of your health. No, that's true. Now that we're getting older, doon ko lang na ano kasi, masyado akong masaya noon eh. Yung mga ganon. naman ngayon, it's more of like, I take care of myself. I don't drink that much. No? Ano lang, 1 glass, ganyan. Pag nandiyan si Sister Abs, yan, nagyayaya akong uminom. Pag nandiyan siya. pero, kidding aside, it's really, that one. Siguro, yung dati, yun, smoking, nagbabadminton ka, iinom kayo, smoke ka, tatakbo, badminton, inom, ganon. So, it's really, just happy, it was happy at that time, di ba? So, it's really about health and Pero kung hindi namin ginawa yun, hindi tayo masaya. Baka hindi ako nag-presidente, hindi ako masaya. Nag-quit na ako. Baka nag-quit na ako kasi boring. Yung mga ganun. So, ano pa talaga? No, I think I'll do this exactly the same thing. And hindi ko magiging...
Any advice?
Advice?
To your younger self? Sige. Ako siguro, what I would advise is, whatever season of your life you are in right now, seize it, maximize it, enjoy it, because you are where you are right now, where God wants you to be. So just enjoy it and seize the moment of your life, because it will end soon. We don't know when, but it will end and it will change. So, yun lang.
Nakakatakot naman yung it will end.
No, the seasons lang, because diba we have different seasons of our lives.
No, to add to that, there was one world president who said it well, I think. I'm not quite sure if it was world president Quimane or a different world president. He described it as there's a year that he focused on his family, and then there was a year that he focused on JCI, and a year that he focused on work. So to add to the seasons of your life, you can choose to juggle all of those, but one priority will always prevail. So wherever you are in that season, sabi nga ni President King, enjoy it, focus on it, and then have no regrets in the end.
Thank you po.
Yeah, PP Joyce, would you like to share something? What's your message to your younger self?
Yeah, hindi ko nakuha masyado yung question. Something to do with regrets ba?
And then, what would you...
Ako din actually, hindi ko nakuha yung question. Sumakay ako sa sagot ng iba.
What would you advise...
Listening naman po ako Listening naman po ako.
What would you advise your younger self?
Younger self? Kaya mo yan. Younger self, sa GCs or not? I mean, yeah, if I'll meet someone like me, no, ganun na lang siguro itatrato ko. Even for my students, no, why do I encourage them to join GCs? Because I believe with what GCs could do sa character building ng isang tao eh. So it's I have some success stories of inviting my students to come in JCs, and I still do that, no? Kasi I feel that nung time na nakikita ko sarili ko sa kanila, sana napaaga din, no? Napaaga akong nag-join sa JCs or napaaga akong naging presidente din sa JCs. And totoo yun, no? Again, I'm very much grateful sa organization, sa lahat ng learnings, no? And even with our shortcomings, we were able to learn from them, no? Through this organization. Kaya I don't have any regrets of joining the JCs, and I would still encourage students, no? My students or even other people to join JCs, because I truly believe sa binibigay ng organization na to, sa character building. Ayos ba? Parang
Ayos.
Ba tayo or what?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, VP Joyce. Anyone else in our audience who would like to ask maybe one more question before we ask our presidents to give their messages? Jella, may tanong ka. Our men, baka naman yung our men have questions also for our presidents. Anyone? Okay na? Okay na? Okay na? Alright, sige. So, thank you. I would like to thank our presidents here. Before we end, siguro I'll read the message of PP Jean muna. Oo, kasi she can't come. She really wanted to come, pero pagdating niya from abroad, naka-isolate na raw siya. So, medyo wala na siyang boses today. So, we asked her for her message. Let me just find it really quick. Okay, also si IPP Kai is also feeling under the weather right now. She wanted to be with us through Zoom also. Hindi na rin kinaya. Pero ito yung message ni PP Jean sa atin, no? Sabi niya, ladies, always remember we are not equals, but the better ones. Ay. Okay, ngayon ko lang binabasa sorry. So seriously, sabi niya, do not let our gender stop you from aiming high and achieving more than what you can ever dream of. Remember, one is never too small to make a difference. Accept challenges and be challenged. Challenges will make us stronger and wiser. As you all know, I was the first lady president. I was married and had a 5-year-old daughter and was on the way towards the end of my term with her second anak, no? Yung son niya. But this did not stop me from working and serving our beloved chapter. It was in fact what motivated me. Ganyan tayong mga babae. Mas mahirap, mas complicated, mas gusto natin. Totoo ba yun? Mas maganda pa ang outcome. I salute each and every lady member of Culiat. Thank you for what you do for our chapter. I leave you with this quote from Nancy Pelosi. Be yourself, know your power, have confidence in what you have to contribute. Good evening. Thank you, PP Jean. Okay, let's give her next is siguro yung message ninyo, no, to our ladies lang. Ladies and then gentlemen na rin na nandito. Zoom muna. PP Joyce, what's your final message, no, to us all here?
All right. Again, thank you very much for inviting us, and congratulations, Sister Chloe, and thank you for gathering all of us here today. And I think my message in general is bakit kasi ako nauna? Hindi mo dyan. Wait lang. Okay. I think for me, JCI served as a venue for me to fulfill my purpose in life. And not only because of parang, yes, as a woman, as a lady president, there could be a lot of things na pwede sabihin sa'yo, but then again, yung importante is you know yourself, and also you stay with your values, and you know what you're doing, and you have to stay humble sa lahat sa proseso, no? And it's very important that we are also in touch pa rin, naka-touch pa rin yung relationship natin with our past presidents, because their learnings could also serve as guidance to us. Kaya yun ang importante. Ngayon, sa mga new members who are here today, and even for the baby JCs, just continue it, no? Enjoy your stay in Culiat, enjoy the process, enjoy the activities, kasi you would not only yung hindi lang yung yung joy or happiness or yung, basta, no? Hindi lang yung happy lang, no? But yung learnings na pwede yung makuha from doing those projects. And congratulations, Press Kate, for doing a great job, no? I think this is your 3rd month. Congratulations, no? So, ano pa ba? Hi, hello, kina ano? Ito, ang motto ko ngayon ay makapag-shoutout na marami, no? Si Press Glenn Atas, kasi si Press GC nandyan, hello po, no? To all presidents in attendance, hello to everyone. Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can still hear you.
Just to end, no? Just to end my message is stay humble and be kind always. Thank you.
Thank you, PP Joyce. From Illinois, wala pang ano yan, beauty rest. Thank you for accommodating our request for you to be here.
Take advantage of all the opportunities and all that, and the journey that you're going through. For this doesn't not apply only for women, but also for the men in here.
Sige. Okay, may siguro i-share ko lang na siguro the best takeaway, since we're talking about leadership for empowering women, no? Don't be intimidated by the men. Ganun lang yun eh. Especially in yung exposure ko, I've been working with a lot of, because in the industry, like especially construction, madami yan, puro lalaki halos. Meron ng mga babae in the industry. Pero kasi I talk to foreigners, expats na lalaki, and then ang lalaki nila, they think they can, di ba? They can trample me or something. Eh, kahit na malaki ka sa akin, hello, you answer to me. Parang ganun eh. So, don't be intimidated. Yun nga, again, if you feel in your heart, in your soul, in your mind, nag-analyze ka, inaral mo lahat, you're confident, tama yung ginagawa mo. So, why would you be intimidated by others? So, hindi porke babae ka, hindi, babae ka kasi. So, hindi ka nila kaya, di ba? Babae ka kasi. Mas alam mo nga yun eh, kasi you're more sensitive. It's not, ang tawag ito, hindi siya disadvantage na sensitive daw yung mga babae. No. Mas maganda nga yun eh. We are more sensitive, so we understand. We have empathy, kumbaga. Diba? Unlike them, ano lang sila, one-sided eh. They think about, it's just facts, it's facts. No. Tayo, we have that, Glenna, tumatawa ka, you should agree with me. Parang hindi siya naniniwala eh. So anyway, so that's how I see us women. No? Our strength is really coming from our heart and mind. So yung mga guys, I'm sorry guys, I'm not trying to to put you down. It's just that it's Women's Month. So, 'di ba? So, yun, take it as an advantage. Sinasabi nila kasi mga babae emotional. No. Yes, we may be emotional, pero we take that emotion to another level, 'di ba? So, yun. And then yun nga, so don't be intimidated. Just trust yourself na you can do this or whatever endeavor that you want to achieve. So, just believe and you will achieve. Yun. Alright, and you will achieve. Achieve!
Believe. Kasi,
ibahin ko yung
logical.
Okay. Ibahin ko yung yung takeaway ko para sa kanila. Kasi nakita ko yung audience, it's parang yung age group nila, mga 20s, no? Mid-20s.
20s ba?
Oo. I want parang advice na something na I learned medyo late na, so I want to advise this to you. Na parang, di ba sinabi nila in your 20s, parang have fun. This is the time to have fun. Nalaman natin lately na 20s, work hard. This is the time na you should work hard. Kasi andyan yung passion nyo eh. Buhay pa yung passion nyo. You have the energy. O yun nga, isa yan. you have the energy sa 20s. Kasi so, hindi. Ito yun nga, work hard, and then 30s, 40s, sa time na yung may pera ka na, you invest your money so you can retire early. And that's the time na you can enjoy your life. Time na yon, you have your family na, you have your kids, enjoy your life with them. Hindi ka na, present ka na sa house nyo, present ka na sa family mo, kasi hindi na ganun, you have your investments na, your investments is working for you na, di ba? So you don't need to work as much nung na 20s ka. So yun, nung 20s ako, medyo hindi ko nagawa yun. So kaya nakikita ko kayo, nandun kayo sa age group na yun. So sana malaman nyo rin ng maaga yun, and you will do better kasi talaga.
Take advantage of all the opportunities in JCI. Learn to cultivate your abilities and capabilities. So that this is the place kasi in this organization is the only place that you can make a mistake. So take advantage of those moments na sinasabi nga ng mga past presidents kanina, na yung lakasan yung loob mo to make a decision, lakasan loob mo to do something that you were not comfortable or you're not good at that time. Malay mo, you realize at the end of the day na parang, kaya ko pala to. Diba? So, at the end of the day, kung pagkalabas mo sa organization nito, you have the better you.
That would benefit from that the country or even your business and your family can benefit from.
Yeah, ibang hat. Pagdating sa ibang grupo, ibang hat. So, each and every one of us wears different hats. We have to embrace our roles so that mas magaan. And then, when you embrace the role, maximize that opportunity. Maximize nyo yung role, kasi when you have a special role or you're wearing that hat, whatever you do, it creates an influence or it creates impact to other people. So, be it in the corporate world, be it at home, be it in a group of friends, yung actions natin, it would always be an influence or someone sees us, someone observes us, and we don't know na nakakaroon na siya ng impact sa ibang tao. So, I know there are struggles in life, there are challenges, and I know for a fact that God sees our struggles. And sabi nga ni Sister Chloe sa akin, nights ago when we were discussing, God sees our struggles, but God's blessings, God's grace is more than enough to sustain and to provide for our people.
Sama po. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, this all the way, before the night ends. And then everybody, all the women will have Nanny Rose. Nanny Rose. And then, thank you to our dear sponsors at Amin. We'll play your video later. Do we still have our friends from Peter Sida Aldeo? They are going to give away something also. Nakapag-pre, group photo muna bago giveaway? Yes, let's do a group photo.